May 25th, 2025. Hey future me. I think I've been standing in front of a red light for too long, waiting for it to turn green. Waiting for too long because I just started driving for the first time and it felt like such a big step. I saw the horizon ahead, wide and beautiful. It seemed to promise castles and crowns. But I didn't know how to go in reverse. I didn't want to. And I didn't have the courage to change direction. Because what if I don't know how to drive this far, this much again? What if I never find castles like these again? So I stayed and waited for what felt like ages. And then suddenly I realized something. The horizon wasn't real. The castles weren't real. The red light wasn't red at all. It was just a giant ad board for Disneyland. The red light was actually a stop sign, one I didn't want to see. Everything was an illusion. Because I was too afraid to drive, I started dreaming, not even realizing I wasn't moving, not realizing Disneyland didn't exist, and the only way to get where I wanted to go was to change direction. This isn't about driving, and it's not about Disneyland. I'll admit it, I've been slacking off, not on one thing, on everything. The last podcast episode I recorded was about a month and a half ago. The last YouTube video I uploaded was almost a month ago too. And if I'm being completely honest, that video wasn't created because I was inspired. It wasn't because I woke up excited to teach something. It wasn't because I had a great idea. I made it because I felt guilty. Guilty that I hadn't uploaded. Guilty that I wasn't showing up. Guilty that I was slowly disappearing from something I spent years building. Almost like I was creating content, just to reassure myself that I was still a content creator, that I was still moving, that I hadn't completely stopped. October 15th, 2025. Hey future me. Today I realized something. We spend so much time doing, working, trying to be seen, to be loved, to be remembered. But one day we'll leave, maybe for a while. Maybe for good. People will grieve us for a year, maybe less, maybe more, and then we'll be ashes, a name in a memory, a face in a photograph, and we'll be forgotten. So maybe it's not about being remembered. Maybe the goal isn't immortality in someone's mind. Maybe all we can hope for is to do something helpful for humanity, even if only for a little while, because either way, we'll be forgotten. Medicine hasn't been much better. I haven't properly reviewed anything in a while, which is strange because I genuinely love medicine. I love learning. I love understanding things. I love connecting the dots. Yet, lately, I've found myself avoiding the things I used to love. And then there's German. My Goethe to 1 exam is in just a few days. An exam I paid quite a lot of money for. An exam that, if I'm being honest, terrifies me. Not because I don't understand German. I spent years studying it. Years listening, years reading, years building vocabulary, and years talking to myself in my room. But understanding something and feeling ready are two very different things. I don't feel ready, especially for writing, especially for speaking. Because despite all these years, I've mostly been learning alone. I've never really had someone constantly correcting me. I've never spent hours writing essays every week. Never spent enough time speaking with real people. And because I'm a perfectionist, I don't judge myself based on whether I'm good. I judge myself based on whether I'm perfect. And perfect is a standard nobody can reach. So every mistake feels bigger than it really is. Every correction feels like proof that I'm not enough. Every piece of feedback feels like evidence that everyone was wrong about me. May 9th, 2026. Hey bae, wake up. What's the point of chasing the best when deep down all you think you deserve is the worst? Why work so hard to get somewhere when you keep running in circles? Why choose a life without protection when you already know the risk isn't worth it? It's over. Time's up. Today you leave the past where it belongs. You turn the page for good. No place for remorse, regret, shame, or bitterness. Tomorrow is a new day, and that's where you begin. Love you, always, forever proud of you. Your hero, me. Because that's another thing. Everyone around me thinks I'm amazing at German. My family thinks I'll pass easily. People from my community think I'll pass easily. Some people genuinely believe I'm gifted at languages. And maybe they mean well. Maybe they're trying to encourage me. But what they don't see is the pressure that comes with it. Because suddenly you're not only carrying your own expectations, you're carrying everyone else's too. And every time someone says, "Oh, you'll be fine," I hear, "You better not fail." And maybe that's not what they mean, but that's what my brain hears every single time. It feels like another weight added to a backpack I'm already struggling to carry. A backpack resting on shoulders that I'm desperately trying to make bigger. Ironically, the only thing I feel I've been consistent with lately is making those shoulders bigger. The gym. Alhamdulillah. The gym is probably the one place in my life where things still make sense. You show up. You work. You suffer a little. You get stronger. Simple. No guessing, no overthinking, no wondering if you're enough. You either lift the weight or you don't. And you just go there every day and you have a new challenge. And you get to prove to yourself something new every day. And maybe that's why I love it so much. Because life lately feels anything but simple, the gym gives me something that many other parts of my life don't. Progress, a challenge, a purpose, a reason to wake up and push. It gives me people too. People who have slowly become family. People I see almost every day. People who know me without really knowing me. People who understand what it means to show up, tired, and still give your best. And yet, even there, things are changing. One person got busy, another changed gyms, another comes less often, and someone else changed schedules. And suddenly the people I used to see every day are slowly disappearing, one by one. And I don't know why, but it feels like life is preparing me for the day people leave, preparing me for the possibility of going abroad one day, just preparing me for distance, for change, maybe for growing up. And maybe that's part of why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling. Because lately, it feels like everything is changing. Everything except me. My days have become almost interchangeable. I wake up, go to the gym, study German, create content, eat, watch something in German, sleep, study German again, get feedback, realize I'm weaker than I thought, study some more, try to write something, spend time with family, answer messages, prepare for tomorrow, and then somehow it's 8 o'clock again. The day is over and nothing really happened. Nothing new. Nothing memorable. Nothing exciting. Just another day. And another. And another. Sometimes I sit with my family and I realize that although I'm physically there, part of me isn't. Part of me is somewhere else, thinking, worrying, planning, regretting, wondering. Watching everyone I love talk and laugh and live, and wondering what life will look like when I'm not sitting at that table anymore, when I'm somewhere else, when time inevitably moves forward. And maybe that's what hurts the most. It's not that life is difficult. Alhamdulillah, life has been kind to me. I have food, I have family, I have opportunities, I have health, I have dreams. Alhamdulillah. But somewhere along the way, I stopped feeling excited. I literally stopped waking up with that fire. That feeling that used to make me jump out of bed because I couldn't wait to build something or to achieve something. I couldn't wait to learn, to create, to become. And I guess maybe that's why I'm recording this episode. Because I think I finally owe myself an apology, not for failing, not for making mistakes, but for forgetting who I was, for forgetting what mattered, for letting fear take the driver's seat. And before I continue, there's something I need to tell myself, something I wrote a few days ago, something I think I need to hear again. June 6th, 2026. Hey, bae, I forgive you. I forgive it all. All that you did because you thought it was for the better. All that you felt, all that you wanted. I forgive you for the times you were hurt, for the times you just wanted to be loved, when you just wanted to matter, when you just wanted to stay in someone's memory. I forgive you because you were only human. And I forgive you because today is a new day. Today you get the chance to make things better again. Today you get to choose again, to make new decisions, to take a different path if you want to. As long as you're alive, bae, there is still time. Time to learn, time to grow, time to fix what can be fixed, and time to become the person you want to be. You still get to make it better. Love you, always, forever proud of you, your hero, me. And maybe that's the realization I've been avoiding. Maybe I don't need a new life. Maybe I don't need a completely different path. Maybe I don't need to become somebody else. Maybe I just need to remember who I was before I became so afraid. Because if I'm being honest, I think I lost myself somewhere along the way. And maybe the first step isn't finding the destination. Maybe it's simply finding the path again. June 3rd, 2026. Hey, future me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I lost myself along the way. Because my values shifted. Because I let instant gratification take the place of what truly mattered. I'm sorry because I got angry. Because I doubted things I shouldn't have doubted. Because I thought I knew better. I'm sorry because I let go of my dreams. Let go of the hope of a better future. Because for a while, I convinced myself this was all I had. That life could never be better than this. I'm sorry because I made mistakes I didn't want to see. I was lost in the woods. I wandered off the trail, stumbled into thick bushes, collected stings and bruises along the way. But I think I can see the path again. Not the whole journey, not the destination, just the trail. And for now, that is enough. And these are my days. Every one of them is interchangeable. I meet no one new. I experience nothing new. It's just the same day repeating itself over and over again. And there's nothing that truly makes me wake up in the morning with that fire inside. That feeling that I'm moving the needle somewhere better. That I'm changing my life for the better. That I will actually achieve all my dreams. It feels like I've started abandoning the long term and slipping into the short term. Into attention. Into likes. Into views. Into comments. April 5th. 2026. Hey, future me. What if time stopped and I stayed right here, right now? Didn't go anywhere. Didn't try to reach further. What if everything I've lived was already enough, and now I just get to enjoy this? What if I decided I didn't want to grow up, didn't want to see more, didn't want to become more? What if this was enough? Even though my purpose has always been clear, to bring value, to build a better life for myself, and to inspire others to do the same. But then I ask myself, why am I slacking off? What happened? Why do I feel like I'm feeling behind at the exact moment my life is supposed to be getting better? When I'm young, bold, with no real responsibilities, no children to take care of, no debts, no problems, alhamdulillah. So what is it? I guess maybe I've become too soft. Maybe I've started caring too much about what people think, about what is normal, about what is expected. Maybe I'm afraid of being left behind. Maybe I've been too focused these past months on the fear of losing the people I love, of missing moments. Maybe I don't know anymore whether I should focus on myself and my ambitions, or on relationships, on living, on going out, meeting people, dancing at 2 a.m. in the morning, singing out loud, and truly making the most of my 20s. When I look back, my recent past feels like two lives, two phases. The first one, where nothing mattered except my work, my ambitions, my YouTube videos, my studies. A phase where I truly believed my life was going to be extraordinary. That I would build something incredible. The next iPhone, the next Nike. A revolutionary medical clinic franchise. A life where I would own houses all over the world. Mansions everywhere. Where I would marry a kind, wise, strong man and have incredible children. A life where I could give them everything they ever dreamed of. A private jet that could hold not just my family, but my parents, my siblings, their families too. Long vacations, shared moments, beautiful places. And to be honest, I still want that. But the truth is, I imagined all of this when I was 16. I worked for it. I tried everything. I learned to build website. I created 2 or 3 YouTube channels, BIP being the most successful. I started a podcast. I posted on social media. I even studied medicine, thinking maybe it would be the path to all of this. I tried so many things over the years, or at least the safest versions of my dreams, and I was always waiting for a sign, a breakthrough, a viral video, a business idea from nowhere, something that would change everything overnight. But nothing came. And slowly I started getting older, and I began to realize that by the time I finish med school, I will be 25, inshallah. By 30, I should think about starting a family, or at least having someone beside me, someone I want to build a life with. And I started noticing how people my age were already getting married, finding their person. And I started seeing something else too, the fragility of life, friends leaving to go abroad, parents getting their first gray hairs, the first signs of illness in the people I love, family members getting older, getting sick, sometimes leaving forever. And it stopped me. It made me ask myself, wait, am I already too late? Does this mean medicine already took my best years? That by the time I finish, I'll only have enough time left to build a family and take care of my parents and nothing more? Does this mean that if I chase those dreams, I'll end up alone in a private jet without the people I wanted to share it with in the first place? And that's when the real question came. Did I already lose my best years? So I shifted. I started focusing on relationships, on the present moment, on what I thought was real, or at least what I thought was safe. I tried to live more, while still holding to my dreams through content and medicine. I focused on finding someone, on spending time with my family, on opening up to people, on making friends. I focused on the short term instead of what might never happen, on what I had right now, on finishing what I started, medicine. I thought it would be easier, but I was wrong, because when I started searching for love, I realized the love I was looking for didn't exist the way I imagined it. I realized I was naive. In a world driven by instant desire, fleeting attention, and temporary connections, I was still someone who believed in forever. That I would find someone to cherish for life and be cherished back the same way. I believed people were honest. That love was pure. That it would simply last. November 14th, 2025. Hey, future me. And so it goes, disappears, quietly, as if it never was, never existed. The memories still nudge you from time to time, just enough to make you wonder whether they were moments you truly lived, or dreams you merely wandered through. And maybe that's life. Maybe some things are meant to exist only as memories, and I think I finally accept that. And I got hurt more than once. I got heartbroken. I was shocked. I laughed at my own expectations. I got attached too deeply, too many times. May 11th, 2026. Hey, future me. Perhaps it doesn't really matter what I feel deep down, because no matter what, I seem to get hurt one way or another. Perhaps it doesn't matter how hard I try. It somehow always ends the same way. Some things probably aren't meant to heal completely. And maybe the only thing left to do is accept that. Maybe I just need to appreciate the view for the few seconds I get to witness it, without trying to make sense of it, without trying to force myself to feel something, without trying to place myself inside the picture. Perhaps it's simply about observing. Perhaps it always was. Because feeling too much hurts too much. May 18th, 2026. Hey, future me. And maybe I am the problem. Maybe it's always been me. Maybe if I could just act like nothing affects me. If I could just play it cool and bury everything else deep inside. Maybe everything would be easier. Maybe I would stop getting attached. Maybe I would stop pushing away the love of the people around me. Right? But I also learned. I learned to understand myself, to stay grounded in my values, to not be carried away by instant gratification, to set boundaries, to respect myself, to see things as they are, not as I wish them to be. May 23rd, 2026. Hey, future me. All it took was one more time, one more mistake, one more interaction, just like the old times. One more look to understand it all. Why it didn't work, why I couldn't, why I might have just been too immature over the past couple of years to see it clearly. To understand that life doesn't work the way you want it to. That you can't expect illusions and fairy tales to become reality. And maybe that is exactly how it's supposed to be. Maybe that's how it's supposed to work, when things are not meant to work at all. May 13th, 2026. Hey, future me. I guess some signs keep showing up until you finally learn the lesson. I guess some things are simply not meant to be. Some people will never truly be forgotten. Some things will keep hurting. Some tears need to fall. Some hearts need to break. Some lives need to change. I guess some things are just meant to happen the way they do. April 30th, 2025. Hey, future me. I used to think losing something was the hardest part. But lately, I've realized what's even harder is not taking what's still there. Something you still want, that's still available, still waiting. But you don't go for it. Not because you can't, but because deep down, you know it's not enough anymore. You know you deserve more. And even though a part of you still wants it, you walk away. And of course you start to question it. What if that was enough? What if you're just asking for too much? But still, you resist, or at least you try, because deep down you hope that one day, it won't even feel like an option anymore. And maybe by then, you'll finally have that better you knew you were meant for. October 30th, 2025. Hey, future me. I had a dream last night. I was on the highway somewhere, driving a small unused car. I went through a few kilometers, saw wonderful places, watched beautiful sunsets, and created beautiful memories. But then the car started slowing down, and eventually it stopped. I was lost somewhere in the desert. Then came this big, beautiful car. The driver offered to help. They tied my car with what I thought was a very solid rope, and so I continued my journey. But I wasn't alone anymore. I didn't know the driver well, but I thought they were great. And life felt even more beautiful than before. It felt good not to drive, to let someone else take the wheel for a while. It felt good to just sit and watch life unfold. The journey wasn't what mattered anymore, nor was the destination. It was the company. And even though my car started working again, I didn't want to let go of the rope. Even when the rope started to tear. Even when the driver began to accelerate. I kept telling myself it would hold until it didn't. Until I found myself on the side of the road again, with a few scratches. And even though it was hard, even though I missed not driving, I knew how to start the engine again, and I had to do it again. So I did. I don't think I'll ever repair the scratches, but I'll live with them. I'll have to. I removed the rose-colored glasses. And in trying to hold on to friendships, I also realized something painful. People are not always available. People are busy. People drift. And sometimes you are left alone in moments you thought you would share. And I realized that over the years, because I was so focused on building and achieving, I had also neglected part of my relationships. Some friends moved on, some friendships faded, and I may have lost more people than I realized. And then came medicine, and with it, exhaustion I cannot describe. Death in front of me, sleepless nights, no rest, no pause, 24-hour shifts that feel endless. And I realized something I will never forget. Just because you love the ocean doesn't mean you have to drown in it. I love medicine, but I don't want it to erase me. I don't want it to take my kindness, my softness, the person I am deep inside, and slowly slacking off, losing direction, stepping away from my dreams, turned me into something I don't recognize. Someone bitter, lonely, exhausted, someone who stopped believing. June 24th, 2025. Hey, future me. Maybe we do get over it someday, right? Maybe the things that once kept us up at night stop feeling so important. Maybe indifference slowly creeps in, quietly replacing all those bottled up emotions. Maybe we do wake up one day and realize we feel nothing at all. And maybe that's life. Life moves on. And maybe so should we, for the greater good of all. And today, I don't want that anymore. I want to start hoping again, to believe again, to take control again, to take the wheel of my life again. Yes, I want to spend time with my loved ones, but I don't want to depend on availability. I don't want to wait for people to be free. I want to build my life while they are busy and be with them when they are free. And I also want to live my 20s, to go out alone, to watch movies, to eat what I want, to try new things, to feel life again. And yes, I want love, I want marriage, I want a family. But I don't want to be broken again. I don't want to give my heart where it won't be held with care. Never again. And yet I refuse to lose faith in love. I refuse to believe it is all fake. I refuse to believe hearts are incapable of truth. And yes, I want medicine to matter, but I will never accept a life that destroys my humanity. A life that makes me cold, that makes me indifferent, that makes me forget why I chose it in the first place. So this is my decision, my promise to myself and to anyone listening. Never give up on your dreams, not for anyone, not for anything. Because your dreams are not just goals, they are what give your life meaning. They are what make you wake up in the morning and still believe that today might be different. That today, you still have a chance. May 13th, 2025. Hey, bae. I know exactly how you're feeling right now. Regret for what's behind you. Excitement and fear for what's ahead. It's messy and confusing and terrifying. But it's also kind of beautiful. You are a walking poem. And everything you're feeling is valid. You thought you let go, but nothing really changed. You thought the future was calling, but the past was still pulling, clinging to that part of you that moved too slow. But here's the truth. Now here you see, it takes all the running you can do to stay in the same place. If you want to go somewhere else, you must run at least twice as fast as that. Lewis Carroll, Through the Looking Glass. So run. Run and don't look back. Run and don't be afraid. Run forward. Run fast. Find a way or run away if you must. But don't stop. Because you are strong enough for what's coming. Strong enough to handle the pain, the uncertainty, the change. Just promise me this. Keep moving. Don't freeze. Don't look back. You've got this. Love you. Always. Forever proud of you. Your hero. Me. So that is where I'll leave it. I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode as much as I've enjoyed making it. If you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast or YouTube channel, I'd really appreciate it if you did. Your support goes a long way in motivating me to keep chasing my hero and sharing this journey with you. Thank you so much for tuning in, And until next time, take care and keep chasing your hero.